Hey guys, and welcome to another recent viewing video. And today I'm going to be talking about a movie that I watched. I don't know, maybe 5, 6, 7 days ago. I'm not sure. I don't know why it is. I'll watch a movie and I'll be like, yep, it's now okay, sit down and do the video about it right afterwards. And then 2 or 3, 5 days, a week later, I'm like finally getting around to doing it. But anyway, the movie that I watched, as you could purely see from the title, is The Man from U.N.C.L.E, which was a movie that came out this year that was based on an old, I think, 60s TV show. I don't know why I pulled up the Wikipedia. I'm not going to look at it. Anyway, I'm only familiar with the TV show and knowing that it existed. I don't remember, like, who played what characters. I don't remember what any of the people from the original show looked like. I don't know how long the show went. It never interested me. It was an older 60s television show, and I could probably count on one hand how many shows from that era I've ever given any time to, and this was not one of them. But when the movie came out, I was instantly intrigued by it for a couple different reasons. One, I just liked the look and the style of it. Like the sort of like, I hate to compare it to James Bond, but it kind of had a Bond-esque feel of a spy thing, only with a couple of different main characters. And the other main characters were basically the other reason why I liked it. It could have starred different people, but there was just something intriguing to me about Henry Cavill, our new Man of Steel, being in a lead role, and then Alicia Vikander. I think the last time I did a video about a movie that I watched that she was in, I wasn't sure if I was pronouncing her name right, Vikander, or something like that. When I saw that she was in it, I was intrigued. And then there was Armie Hammer playing the other of the three main roles. Excuse me. He's like a guy that I've seen a few times in movies, and I never had a problem with him. But he wasn't quite on my radar like the other two were. And since we're just talking about him at the moment, I think it would be appropriate for me to say that I kind of felt like he was the weak link in this movie. And that's not to say that he did a bad job, but he plays like a Russian secret agent or spy or whatever you want to call him. And that was kind of weird because I don't think he's Russian. I mean, I know that he's not. I'm pretty sure that he's not originally Russian. He was in The Social Network, and if he was an actual Russian actor, he had a very good English accent. But I feel more like he did a passable Russian accent in this, but maybe not the best. And I don't know. I mulled this over before I was going to do this video as to whether I should even say this, because it may be taken wrong or whatever. But I didn't really feel like Armie Hammer looked Russian. And I know somebody would say, well, what does a Russian look like? I don't know. Not Armie Hammer. Not in this movie. Anyway, I don't want to take up too much time talking about that because, like I said, I liked his performance. I didn't have a problem at all with it. But I liked the other two much better. So anyway, without trying to divulge too much of the storyline, it was just, in my opinion, kind of a standard fare secret agent spy movie. But what I really liked about it was that it was kind of low-key action. This was not a movie that was, at least not that I remember, like full of explosions and over-the-top action. It was pretty smart. It was pretty interesting. The chase scene that essentially opens up the movie, where Henry Cavill's agent is trying to secure and protect Alicia Vikander's character, while Armie Hammer's agent is pursuing her as well, and then eventually pursuing the two of them. That was a really, I thought, well done little sequence to start off the movie. And then, of course, in the very next scenes, you see where now the two agents have to work together to protect her from other people, and to, well, not necessarily just to protect her. Excuse me. A lot of the point of the movie is to try to find her uncle, because he has some knowledge, or some, I think it was the knowledge and possibly the ability to create some really superpowered weapon, and they had to try to use her to get to him and try to get these plans of this information. And I mean, what was cool was there was like this cat and mouse near the end of it, of trying to get that information to one side or the other, and then in the end, spoiler alert, I said I wasn't gonna divulge too much of the plot, but, well, anyway, maybe I shouldn't even say anything. Maybe I should just say that I thought it was pretty clever what they did at the very end of it. And of course, because, you know, what's a movie that, I don't know how successful it was, but what's a movie like this based on a TV show or an older property without a big wide open door allowing for a sequel of some sort to come along? I don't know if there's going to be one. Tried to fight that yawn for the longest time. I don't know if there's a sequel planned, or if maybe it's been scrapped, or if they want to have a franchise out of this. I would welcome another one. Like I said, it was really well done. It wasn't too over the top like some movies get to be. It wasn't even as over the top as a Bond movie would be, and most of your recent Bond movies aren't too bad. So yeah. Anyway, I really liked it. I resisted buying the movie when it first came out, and now I kind of wish I would have just taken the plunge, because I just rented it to watch this. But to me, it was worth it. It was well worth picking up and owning, and especially if somebody does like spy movies. If someone likes something like Bond, or I guess something like the Bourne movies, they'd probably like this. It's just a nice, different take, set in an era 40 years ago, 50 years ago, and yeah, like I said a couple of times already, I really enjoyed it. So anyway, that's just my thoughts on The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Good movie. Check it out, and I'll see you very, very soon. I'll be recording another one of these as soon as I get done with this one, about a very big release for this year, something I'm really excited to talk about, and something I hope I can do justice to. So we'll see you in that.